Hold your breath, because what just exploded in that Los Angeles courtroom is pure chaos. Dorit Kemsley didn't just fight back. She walked in like a queen on a mission and dropped a nuclear bomb so devastating that the entire Bravo empire is now trembling. In one single moment, she exposed the darkest secret of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne were allegedly paid millions by Andy Cohen and Bravo to destroy her career and get her banned from the show forever. The courtroom, which was already tense, fell into complete pin-drop silence as Dorit's lawyers slammed the evidence on the table: leaked bank transfers, secret contracts, private emails, and voice recordings that prove everything. Yes, babies, cold hard proof that this wasn't just jealousy or a simple fight. This was a paid conspiracy straight from the top. Kyle's face turned pale as a ghost. Erika's hands were shaking so badly she could barely sit straight. Andy Cohen's legal team looked like they had seen death. Even the judge froze for a second, completely stunned by how deep this betrayal goes. Insiders are saying the payments happened just days before that terrifying home invasion at Dorit's mansion. This isn't a housewife feud anymore. This is a calculated corporate takedown. But babies, trust me when I say this. What you just heard is only the tip of the iceberg. The real dirty details that came out after this proof dropped are about to shake everything you thought you knew about Real Housewives. The question everyone is asking right now is, how much more does Dorit have? And how many more powerful people are about to fall? For almost 10 long years, Dorit Kemsley, Kyle Richards, and Erika Jayne were known as the unbreakable core of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. On camera, they were the definition of glamorous sisterhood, laughing at fancy lunches, defending each other at reunions, flying on private jets, and calling each other family in front of millions of fans. It all looked so perfect, so real, so unbreakable. But behind the designer bags, diamond earrings, and filtered Instagram posts, a dark poison had been slowly growing. Dorit came into the show as the stylish British newcomer trying to find her place in the cutthroat Beverly Hills world. Everything changed after her terrifying armed home invasion in 2021. That night left her deeply traumatized, scared, and emotionally broken. She needed her so-called sisters more than ever. But instead of support, she got silence. Kyle, who built her entire image around loyalty above everything, started pulling away when her own marriage to Mauricio began falling apart. Erika, still carrying the scars from her own financial scandal, began making nasty comments behind Dorit's back, calling her poor me attitude, exhausting, and questioning her money problems. What started as small passive jabs slowly turned into cold silence. Group chats went dead. Group trips became awkward and tense. Then came the ultimate betrayal, Dorit's very public and messy divorce from PK, the leaked financial troubles, and her multi-million-dollar mansion heading toward foreclosure. While Dorit was fighting for her life, her so-called best friends disappeared. Instead of standing by her side, Kyle and Erika chose to protect their own images. That abandonment cut Dorit deeper than any knife. Insiders close to the show claim that's when Dorit made a quiet but deadly decision. She started secretly recording every private conversation, every late-night call, and every shady comment when the cameras were off. But what no one expected was how far those recordings would reach. Because those tapes didn't just expose Kyle and Erika's cruel words, they eventually dragged in the most powerful man in reality television, Andy Cohen. According to multiple sources, Andy had been quietly monitoring the situation and allegedly gave the green light to handle Dorit because her personal drama was becoming too messy for the franchise. The same man who built the entire Real Housewives empire was now allegedly plotting to remove one of his own stars. What began as petty jealousy between three women had quietly turned into something much darker, a calculated plan from the very top to destroy Dorit's career and silence her forever. And today, in that packed Los Angeles courtroom, all those years of hidden betrayal finally came crashing down in the most explosive way possible. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. No one was prepared for what Dorit was about to unleash. The tension inside that Los Angeles courtroom was suffocating. The air felt heavy, like everyone knew something massive was about to happen. Kyle Richards and Erica Jane stood up, looking completely broken and exhausted. Their eyes were red from crying. Kyle's voice cracked as she tried to speak. Dorit, we let jealousy destroy our sisterhood. We were wrong. Please, forgive us. Erica, barely holding herself together, added with shaking hands, that night at your home was the biggest mistake of our lives. We'll do anything to make this right. For a few seconds, the entire room went deathly silent. Some people actually thought Dorit might soften. But then Dorit's lawyer stood up with ice-cold confidence and delivered words that hit like thunder. Dorit completely rejects their apology. Words mean nothing after they broke into her home, physically attacked her, and tried to silence her forever. This was premeditated violence. Kyle collapsed into heavy sobs, covering her face in shame. Erica looked devastated, furious, and broken all at once. The gallery erupted in shocked whispers. But that was only the beginning. Right as the judge was about to respond, Dorit's legal team dropped the first nuclear bomb of the day. They announced they had explosive new evidence. The courtroom lights seemed to dim as they presented documents one by one. First came the bank transfer records. Millions of dollars wired directly from Bravo accounts into Kyle and Erica's private accounts, labeled as special bonuses. Then they showed the contracts. Clear agreements where Kyle and Erica were allegedly hired to manage and neutralize Dorit's position on the show. But the real killer was the private emails from Andy Cohen himself. In one leaked email, he allegedly wrote, "Pay them whatever they want. Just make sure Dorit is removed permanently. The franchise comes first." Gasps echoed throughout the courtroom. Kyle's head snapped up in pure panic. Erica looked like she had been punched in the stomach. Andy Cohen's legal team turned pale. The judge leaned forward, his face hardening with disbelief. Dorit sat tall and calm in her seat, no smile, no gloating, just quiet, icy power. Her eyes showed years of pain finally turning into cold revenge. But babies, here comes the first massive twist that left everyone speechless. Dorit's team then played a voice recording from just 3 days before the violent home invasion. In the chilling audio, Andy Cohen's voice is heard clearly telling someone, if she refuses to leave quietly, do whatever is necessary. We cannot let one woman destroy what we've built. The implication was terrifying. This wasn't just about personal jealousy anymore. This was proof that the brutal attack on Dorit's home may have been part of a paid plan ordered from the very top of Bravo. The judge immediately called for order as the gallery exploded in chaos. He warned both sides that this new evidence showed clear intent and possible conspiracy. In that moment, everything changed. Kyle and Erica, who came to beg for forgiveness, were now exposed as allegedly paid players in a dirty game. Andy Cohen, the king of reality TV, was suddenly dragged into the fire. But trust me, babies, this was only the first twist. What Dorit's team revealed next was even more shocking, and it's about to get way uglier. The courtroom was already in total chaos after the first bombshell, but what happened next took the drama to a whole new level of destruction. Dorit's legal team wasn't finished. Not even close. They stood up again and dropped the second devastating twist, one that hit even harder than the payment proof. They submitted additional documents and a fresh voice recording from the same night as the home invasion. In this new audio, Andy Cohen's voice is heard speaking in a cold, calculated tone directly to Kyle and Erica. If Dorit won't back down and delete everything, make sure she has no choice. Handle her permanently. The franchise comes first, no matter what it takes. The words hung in the air like poison. Kyle broke down again, sobbing uncontrollably, whispering through her tears. It wasn't supposed to go this far. Erica sat frozen, her face pale with shock, anger, and fear. Even the lawyers on both sides looked stunned. The judge's expression turned stone cold as he listened to the recording twice. This wasn't just encouragement anymore. This was a direct order. Dorit's team then presented more evidence, location data showing Kyle and Erica's cars had driven past Dorit's mansion multiple times that night. Phone records, text messages. Everything pointed to a coordinated plan. The judge didn't waste any time. In a firm and furious voice, He increased the damages from $30 million to a staggering $45 million. He ordered strict ankle monitors, complete no-contact rules, and warned that criminal conspiracy charges could now be filed, not just against Kyle and Erica, but possibly against Andy Cohen and other high-level Bravo executives. The entire Bravo empire was officially shaking. But here comes the second massive twist that changed everything, babies. Dorit's lawyers revealed that the payments to Kyle and Erica weren't just bonuses. They were performance-based. The full amount would only be transferred after Dorit was successfully removed from the show. And according to insider sources, part of the money had already been paid just 48 hours after the home invasion. This revelation turned the whole narrative upside down. It wasn't a personal attack between friends. It was allegedly a business hit job ordered from the top to protect the franchise's image and ratings. The judge looked visibly troubled. He announced an urgent follow-up hearing in just 48 hours and demanded that all unedited recordings and financial records be presented in open court. As security escorted a completely shattered Kyle and a furious Erica out of the room, Dorit remained seated, calm, composed, and powerful. For the first time in years, she looked like she was finally in control. But the real panic had already started spreading far beyond the courtroom walls. Insiders say Andy Cohen is now in full crisis mode, holding emergency meetings back-to-back. Major sponsors have started pulling their advertising, calling the scandal toxic and career-ending. The question on everyone's mind is terrifying. If Andy Cohen was willing to pay millions to destroy Dorit, what else has he done to protect his empire? And how many more secrets is Dorit still holding? This war has officially gone nuclear, and it's far from over. Within minutes of the hearing ending, the story detonated across the internet like a nuclear bomb. Clips of Kyle's uncontrollable sobbing, Erica's devastated face, and the shocking courtroom revelations spread like wildfire. Twitter, X, completely exploded. The hashtags #Dorit exposes everything, #Bravo paid them, and #Andy Cohen exposed shot to #1 worldwide, crossing over 28 million posts in less than 12 hours. Fans were losing their minds in real time. One viral tweet read, "Andy Cohen paying Kyle and Erica millions to destroy Dorit. This isn't reality TV anymore. This is straight-up mafia behavior." TikTok was flooded with millions of reaction videos. Creators made side-by-side comparisons, old happy reunion clips of the three sisters versus today's courtroom breakdown. The videos crossed 160 million views overnight. Slow-motion edits of Kyle crying and Erica's shocked expression went mega viral. The fandom was brutally divided. Team Dorit was celebrating hard, calling her a queen and a legend for exposing the toxic system. Comments flooded in like, "Dorit ate them alive." Finally, someone is speaking truth. On the other side, some fans defended Kyle and Erica, saying they were forced by production, and their apology looked genuine. Others accused Dorit of taking revenge too far. But the real earthquake was happening inside the industry. Major sponsors started contacting Bravo privately, expressing serious concerns. At least 3 big brands have already pulled their advertising, calling the scandal morally damaging and career-ending. Insiders say the financial pressure on Bravo is becoming unbearable. Inside Bravo headquarters, the mood is pure panic. Emergency meetings are running nonstop. Sources close to the network claim executives are terrified this could lead to the end of the entire Real Housewives franchise. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly sent messages to friends saying, "This is heartbreaking. No one is safe anymore." Sutton Strake was seen looking emotional while speaking to people close to her. Lisa Rinna quickly deleted several old posts that suddenly looked very suspicious in this new context. Even Teddy Mellencamp liked multiple posts supporting Dorit's strong stance. Andy Cohen himself has gone completely radio silent. No statements, no social media activity, nothing. People close to him say he is both furious and deeply worried about how far Dorit is willing to go. This is no longer just celebrity gossip, babies. This has become a franchise-threatening crisis that could destroy careers, reputations, and an entire empire overnight. The internet is demanding answers. Fans are calling for investigations. Some were even starting petitions to cancel Real Housewives of Beverly Hills completely. But the most terrifying part? Dorit's team quietly hinted in court that they still have more recordings and documents ready to drop, evidence so damaging it could bring down not just Kyle and Erica, but multiple powerful figures at Bravo. The question everyone is asking right now is simple yet terrifying. How much more does Dorit have hidden? And how many more heads are going to roll before this is over? The drama is far from finished. In fact, it's only getting started. But just when everyone thought the chaos couldn't get any worse, Dorit's legal team dropped one final, jaw-dropping bombshell that left the entire courtroom speechless and the Bravo empire on the absolute edge of total collapse. During a private session with the judge, they submitted a never-before-heard recording, made just hours before the violent home invasion at Dorit's mansion. In this explosive audio, Andy Cohen's voice is crystal clear and terrifyingly direct as he allegedly tells a top Bravo executive, "Dorit is becoming too dangerous. If she won't delete the tapes and walk away quietly, make sure she understands there are serious consequences. Handle her by any means. The franchise must be protected at all costs." The judge listened to the full recording in dead silence. When it ended, the atmosphere in the room turned ice cold. Kyle completely broke down again, sobbing uncontrollably. Erica stared at the table in pure defeat, her face drained of all color. Even Andy Cohen's lawyers looked genuinely shaken by how damning the words were. This new evidence didn't just suggest involvement, it pointed to a coordinated, high-level plan to silence Dorit permanently. Dorit's team argued fiercely that the brutal home invasion was never just personal rage. It was allegedly a calculated move ordered from the very top to destroy her life and reputation. The judge, visibly troubled and furious, announced that he is now considering criminal referrals that could go straight to Andy Cohen and other senior Bravo executives. He scheduled an emergency final hearing in just 36 hours and demanded that every single recording and financial document be presented in open court. But here's the most terrifying part, babies. Before leaving the courtroom, Dorit's lead lawyer gave a short but powerful statement. Dorit has hundreds of hours of recordings. What you've heard today is only a small portion. If justice is not served, everything will be released, no matter who it destroys. That single line sent shockwaves through the entire industry. Insiders are now claiming that Dorit has secret recordings involving not just Andy Cohen, but other major names at Bravo, and even some big network executives. Some of these tapes are said to be so personal and damaging that they could end careers instantly. As Dorit walked out of the courtroom with her head held high, she didn't say a single word to the cameras. But her calm, powerful presence said everything. The message was clear. She is ready to burn it all down if she has to. Now the biggest questions everyone is asking are, how much more explosive evidence does Dorit actually have? Will Andy Cohen be forced to take the stand? Is this the beginning of the end for the entire Real Housewives franchise? This war is far from over, babies. In fact, it's about to get darker, uglier, and more explosive than anything we've ever seen before. The tapes are still coming. The truth is still unfolding. And the next 36 hours could completely destroy everything we thought we knew about Bravo. Stay tuned, because part 3 is going to be absolutely insane. Oh my god, babies. Can you even process what just happened in that courtroom? Dorit didn't just expose Kyle and Erica, she exposed the entire rotten system running Bravo. The payments, the contracts, the direct orders from Andy Cohen. Everything is crumbling right in front of our eyes. Now I need to hear from all of you right now, because this drama is too big to stay quiet about. Drop your thoughts in the comments, I read every single one. Do you think Dorit was right to go this hard and expose everything? Was Kyle and Erica's apology fake, or were they really just following orders? Should Andy Cohen be forced to resign after these revelations? Do you believe the entire Real Housewives of Beverly Hills should be canceled after this scandal? Type Team Dorit if you're standing with her till the end and want full justice. Type Team Kyle and Erica if you feel they've been used and destroyed enough. Type Team Truth if you just want every single secret tape to come out no matter who it destroys. The more heated and savage your comments, the faster this story spreads. Tell me, who do you believe and who do you think is finished? If this video shocked you and left your mouth open, smash that like button right now. Smash it even harder if you want to see the full $45 million paid and real consequences for everyone involved. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and join the family so you don't miss what happens next. Part 3 is going to be even more intense. We're diving deep into the final hearing, more secret recordings, and possibly the official end of an entire franchise. This drama is far from over. The tapes are still dropping. The truth is still coming. And the next 36 hours might change everything. So tell me, babies, are you ready for what's coming? I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned because things are about to get even crazier.